Kielburgers, and so now it's Mr. Poilievre for 5 minutes.
Have either of you been contacted by the RCMP?
Again, as we said, we do understand Mr. Angus's letter, and we anticipate...
That's not my question. Have either of you been contacted by the RCMP?
We've previously spoken on this matter. You can keep asking as often as you like.
Have either of you been contacted by the RCMP?
We've previously spoken on this question.
No, you haven't. You said you haven't been contacted about Mr. Angus's letter. Have you been contacted by the RCMP for any other purpose? Yes or no?
2 of us have not been contacted by the RCMP.
Period?
We have not been contacted by the RCMP. We understand Mr. Angus has put a letter in the public domain.
Have you been contacted by the Office of the Ethics Commissioner?
Yes.
And has he or any of his staff questioned you?
Yes, that's confidential. Yes.
By statute, apparently we are not allowed, by the statute of the government. I have no problems answering this question, but by statute of the government, apparently we're not allowed to answer your question.
Which section?
I should.
Again, this is a former Assistant Deputy Minister of Justice.
And he should know.
Let's see. Well, it's the express request.
No, I'm not asking him to speak. Sorry.
So, yeah, I'm sorry.
I am aware of what statute is the statute that you're asking for specifically, but on an Assistant Deputy Minister of Justice's comments, I trust his comments be accurate.
All right, so we'll just assume you're hiding that. Next, question is, have you been contacted by any member of the Lobbying Commissioner's office?
Mr. Poilievre, you're not even officially a member of this committee, and you're answering your own questions, so feel free to answer your own questions.
The question was, can you tell me if anyone in the Lobbying Commissioner's office has been in contact with you, yes or no?
We have proactively reached out to the Lobbying Commissioner to provide disclosures and information, and of course, as part of that, there's always an exchange back and forth.
Had they questioned you?
We have not been questioned.
Are you under investigation by the Lobbying Commissioner?
Not to our knowledge.
Have you been contacted by the Commissioner of Canada Elections for any reason?
Not that we're aware of.
What is the total dollar value of all of the fees and expenses, both cash and in kind, that you have paid to you or any of your organizations have paid to members of the Trudeau family?
So Margaret Trudeau was $180,000 she received for a total of 28 events. Alexander Trudeau was $36,000 she received for a total of 8 events. Sophie Trudeau was $1,500 for an event prior to her husband becoming the Prime Minister, and all that has been previously provided to you, sir, in the Phoenix Committee.
What is the total dollar value of all the fees and expenses you've paid to the Trudeau family? The total, please.
$17,500.
To the by Trudeau family, I mean his brother, his mother, his spouse, himself.
Oh, those are the fees. If you're asking expenses, I need a calculator for a minute. If 1 second.
You can come back to it, but you will be if you're going to give this number on the record and you're going to testify it into the record under oath, because I want the total. I want nothing left out, and I want you to tell us what the total value is that you have paid to Mr. Trudeau, his wife, his brother, and his mother. The total of everything.
Indeed. So we previously gave this to you 9 months ago. It's also on our website.
I'm asking you to put it into the record. Get to it.
Yes.
Or you're going to be brought back to do it.
Thank you very much, everyone. Your time's up, Mr. Poilievre. And
point of order. Actually, Madam Vice Chair, you're quite wrong. And because you were in the chair, we decided to run the timer. And I still have 1 minute and 25 seconds left. So nice try, but I'll keep going.
No,
nice
Mr.
try.
Poilievre, I am being directed by the clerk.
Nice try.
And it is
I have the clock right here.
Mrs.
I have the clock right here.
Please mute Mr.
The clerk has just confirmed to me that I do have more than a minute left. She's just said it herself.
All right, then I stand corrected.
Well,
thank you very much.
Very strange that you
do follow. No, I'm sorry. I'm taking the direction from the clerk as far as the time. Thank you for your understanding. Please go ahead, Mr. Poilievre. 1 more minute.
Total dollar value that you've paid Mr. Trudeau, his wife, his brother, and his mother.
Well, that I can give you. That's what I said. It was $217,500.
No, but the dollar value, including expenses.
Well, we never gave expenses to them. We paid those expenses directly, of course.
Right, for them.
We paid like the hotel bill when they stayed, or the
That's right.
Coming.
That's right.
Expenses would have been over roughly, oh my gosh, sorry, we're doing this for you.
It's so much money, you can't even keep track of it all.
There's 42 events. It was a total of $209,000, 620 plus 16 cents for the expenses for the individuals, which works out to roughly.
Rappel au règlement, Madame la Présidente.
Mais maintenant,
Point of order, Madam Chair. I think that our chair has returned and is now accessible and available. So I think you're dealing with a point of order currently, Mr. Chairman, and the time has expired.
Not, and I want a point of order, Mr. Chair. Point of order, Mr. Chair.
Yes, point of order, recognizing point of order, Mr. Poilievre.
On two separate occasions, the Liberal Vice Chair has tried to interrupt my testimony by falsely claiming that I was out of time, even though I kept time, and I can show definitively that my time has not expired. So I've asked that I be granted the opportunity to get an answer to a very simple and straightforward question that the Kielburger brothers seem to have a lot of difficulty answering, which is the total value of all the cash and in-kind benefits that have been paid in the fees or expenses for the Trudeau family, including Mr. Trudeau, his wife, his mother, and his brother. Simple question. I've been trying to get an answer for 2 minutes, but regularly interrupted by the vice chair.
Okay, we'll allow for an answer, and then your time is up, Mr. Poilievre, and then we'll move on to the next questioner. We'll give some time for the answer.
Again, we've never, of course, paid any expenses or honorariums to Mr. Trudeau, but to Margaret Trudeau, Alexander Trudeau, and Sophie Trudeau over the past 10 plus years of various speaking
Just
events.
the total, please. Get to it.
It's trying to do the quickest math that I can here. Adding it together is roughly $216,000 in honorariums, and roughly $209,000 in expenses. And then you could, which of course was not paid to them. We just pay it directly to a hotel or a flight. And if you add that together, it's a little over $400,000 that would have been all the expenses over the past decade for 42 different events that they attended and spoke on the stage.
Thank you, Mr. Poilievre. We're going to turn to Ms. Latanzio.
A reset of where we're at. There has been a concern over on the opposition side that there is some sort of a cover-up or some hiding in documents that, in redacted documents that have been submitted. And then on our